Hello everybody, Mr. Monk here again. Welcome to the third blog in my video blog series. What? What? Okay. Hey, there you are everybody. Hello the web. How are you? It's Mr. Monk here again. I just wanted to do a third video blog, a little extra this week, to add on to my already wrap-up of the election. Enough of political stuff. I made this blog to talk about schooling. I wanted to start off by talking about the grading system and how that upsets me. I wanted to talk about the grading system because there's one letter in particular in the grading system I don't like. That is the letter F. I tend to not like this letter because, I mean, when you get an A or an A+, you look at that assignment and it gives you a feeling that you're successful, that you're good. But there are some students out there that school's not meant for them. And they have a hard time at it because they don't either understand what they're doing or they're not challenged enough. And there are many aspects of students that tend to fail at classes, but they're not stupid people. They're just as much of people as you or me. And these people are getting Fs, and I don't like that because they're getting Fs, and you know what F stands for? Failure. It's not good, people. We're going up to our children, these people that are going to be the people of our country, the next generation of our country, and we're telling them they're failures? I don't think it's right. If there could be any other way of telling them, you know, like, oh, you just did okay, or you did bad, you don't need to be like, you know what? You are a failure. It doesn't make sense to me. So if there could be any way we could try and change that, it would make me very happy, because I'm tired of seeing kids struggling, because most kids are too scared to even ask their teachers for help. I mean, the ones that are successful are the ones that can talk to their teacher for help. But there's these quiet students who always sit in the back of the room that either aren't challenged or don't know what's going on, and they're not. They have a little thing. It's the same reason why they sit in the back of the class is they're kind of scared. People, they're scared. They don't know how to go up to their teacher and be like, "Hey, I need help with this math problem." They don't know how to because they are scared. And the way we respond to that is, hey, guess what, kid? You're a failure. Ha! Yeah, let's all look at him. He fails. Bullcrap. Another thing I wanted to talk about in schooling is the teachers. I've had lots of really good teachers, lots that I love, and lots that I wish I could stay in contact with. There have been some that have changed my life forever. And I wish all teachers were like that. But then I've had some teachers that have made my life a living hell. I mean, there was this one teacher I had a couple years ago where I was in the hospital. I passed out and I was in the hospital really sick. And I couldn't leave. I mean, I didn't feel good, people. That's why I was in the hospital. And I go back the week after I was in the hospital and I go up to him and I say, hey, can I get the homework from last week? And I had excused absences and everything, but I asked him and he was like, no, you should have accepted your responsibility sooner. I was like, what do you mean by that? What could you possibly mean by that? I was in the hospital, brother, don't you understand? And he was like, well, you could have gotten your friends that are in school to come get it. You could have gotten your mom to come and get it. I was like, well, that's true, but when I woke up from passing out or when I was in the hospital, I didn't wake up in the morning and be like, oh man, I feel like crap. You know what would make me feel better? Algebra homework. No, that was the last thing on my mind. I mean, I thought about William Shatner naked when I was sick before I thought about algebra homework. I mean, that's just a gross thought in general. I mean, William Shatner naked, I would never want to think about that, but algebra homework was the last thing on my mind. The man I failed the class, which made me fail high school because of this guy. It was ridiculous, people. I don't get it. Why would a teacher be so cruel? I had another teacher that my mom's dog died, and it was like her favorite animal. It died, and I stayed home the day after it happened because my mom was upset, and I was upset too. I wanted to stay home because I was upset, and I wanted to help comfort my mom on this. And this teacher comes up to me the next day and is like, "Hey, Mr. Monk, where you been, eh? What you doing? You not coming to school?" And I was like, "Well, I stayed home to be with my mother. Her dog died and it upset her." This woman looked at me with this evil glare like she was trying to burn a hole through my face, which, I mean, if she didn't have this human skin up over her, I think she would have. But she was like, looked at me and was like, "Hey, I don't care if your mom dies. I would drag you away from her funeral if it was a school day because your education's more important." And I was like, "Whoa, bitch! You better calm down there." I mean, seriously. And I didn't actually cuss at her, but the thoughts were just rolling in my mind like, "What a wanker! Why don't you go and suck yourself off? I mean, I'll vomit in your face. I'll take a crap on your desk. You stupid wanker! Why are you treating me like this? I just went through a tough time, an emotional time, and you're like, hey, I don't care if your mom dies. Yeah, well, go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. If that's the way you're going to treat your students, you shouldn't be a teacher. Because teachers' jobs are to help the students, not ridicule them. If a student's having a problem, you don't go up to him and be like, "Hey, moron, you need help." You go up to him and be like, "Hey, your grades have been declining. I was wondering if there's anything I could do to help you and try and get you to be doing good in school." Don't make him be like, "Hey, you, Mr. Monk, why don't you come over here and kiss my ass because you missed a day of school?" Those teachers need to just disappear. That's not a teacher. I'll tell you exactly what it is. That's not a teacher. That's a bitch. That's what that is. Okay, the one last thing to talk about, I wanted to talk about, is this No Child Left Behind. I mean, we got so many students who are doing bad, and Bush creates this No Child Left Behind, which makes it even worse for these people. I mean, No Child Left Behind, I'd rather eat my own shit. Granted that I do, but I'd rather eat more. Because No Child Left Behind is absolute bull honky, people. I don't understand why these educational systems, people are making people feel like such failures and demeaning them and calling them morons and all this stuff. These are the children of the future. They're the people that are going to help mold our country to make our country great. And we're telling them, "Oh, you're a failure. Oh, you missed a day of school. Why don't you go fuck off then, huh?" What's wrong with the world when we're doing this to our future? If us as kids could see us today, I'm pretty sure the kids out... I mean, like in Mr. Deeds, he says, you know, our kids, us as kids, would kick our ass today. I think that's true. Also said Mr. Megorium's Wonder Emporium, I mean, the kid says, you know, why don't adults believe in what they did as kids? Because once you grow up, shouldn't you be smarter? I mean, some of the greatest minds in the world have hated school. I mean, Albert Einstein loathed school. And if you don't think Albert Einstein's one of the best geniuses on this planet, you're probably mentally retarded yourself. So please, think about these things. I mean, children are the future. There have been songs written about it. There have been movies written about it. There's been books written about it. Everyone knows that the children are the future, so why don't we treat them well? Don't tell them they're failing. Ask if they need help instead. Don't demean them. Well, that's all we have time for today, and just in case you were wondering why the light is going from dark to light over and over again, is because I filmed it at different times. I just like to let everybody know that I'm lazy and I like to film things that actually take 10 minutes to do and make them allotted about an hour and a half. But I will leave you all the same way I've left you every week, and that is that it's the end.